I need lots more days like today where I can just do whatever I want.
Oh, and and lots more days like today too, because it's your birthday.
On April 1st, 1969, my aunt called my granny and excitedly told her, Pat had her baby. Pat is my mom, and she was, in fact, still extremely pregnant on April 1st, 1969, and had not had her baby. The entire family, everybody in the family got a good laugh out of it. Yeah, April Fools, right? Well, the
Yes.
next day, my aunt calls Granny again, a little bit after noon Central Time, and once again says, Pat had her baby. And she's like, you're not going to get me on that again. They're from Alabama. She's like, no, really, really. Pat really had her baby this time. She's like, no, I ain't done it. No, Pat ain't neither. She ain't done it. She ain't had her
She
baby.
ain't done
You
it.
got me yesterday. She ain't done it. It's like, no, she really did. It took a lot for her to finally. I think it was when she met me when I was a few months old, when she was like, well, I guess Pat did have the baby. But anyway, that started it all. Before I was even born, a lifetime of silly, dorky April Fool's jokes.
Well, and one would think that cautionary tale would have been enough to keep you from celebrating April 1st the way you have for the past what are you 57 now?
57. That's it.
Yeah.
Before we go much further, hey, your shoe's untied.
Oh,
Oh, wait, this is no longer April 1st.
but I'm still the April Fool.
Well, I don't know. People are like, why are you the way you are? It was like, well, because, my parents were like that, and I swore I would never be like that.
Yeah.
That's always one answer. There's always the opposite answer often turns up. Why are you the way you are? My parents were this way. And you're like, oh, okay, that explains it. So I just think you use whichever one applies at the time.
Yes. Yeah. And speaking of explaining things, I'm Paul.
I'm Steve.
And this is Check Your Shelf.
I went back in my memories on social media, and every April Fool's is some version of some joke. I would say a good 40% of them are your shoes untied. I just posted that as my status.
Yeah.
One year I offered to be an April Fool's Day consultant because everybody knew me so well that it was impossible for me to get an April Fool's joke in.
Yeah, everybody's suspicious now.
Exactly. But, those who can't start consulting firms. So,
yes, there were those among us yesterday, time of recording, who thought that Levi's live stream was an April Fool's joke.
That's right.
For just a minute there.
15 minutes in, everybody's like, this is an April Fool's joke. I did, even though I just said I can never get a good one in, yesterday I posted a Facebook status. Clearly a joke. To me, it was clearly a joke.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay because some people, maybe they either don't know me, they've known me a long time, but maybe they don't know me well enough. Or maybe they're just
there's that.
Trusting human beings. But I had announced that I was going to quit my job and go to graduate school to get a Master of Fine Arts in writing and creative writing. Here's the tie into books. This is a booktube channel. We're professionals. So I was going to get an MFA in creative writing. And I said, I know money will be tight, but there's Uber, there's DoorDash. We're going to have 2 kids in college next year. I thought that would be enough to be like, you're going to have 2 kids in college. You have a good job making good money. There ain't no way you're doing this, right? But I thought, well, for the people who still haven't gotten that it's a joke, I'll be like, hey, if you see my wife, give her a hug because she's having a hard time with this. But, she'll come around in 2-3 years when I get my first book deal. That's clue number 2, right? Anybody who writes knows an MFA does not guarantee a book deal. And if that's your life plan, that's okay. And God bless you. Ancient astronaut bless you. But that ain't no way to plan on making a living. That's for sure. But, maybe some people are like, he's crazy, but he's lovable. So we'll go along. We'll keep going along, right? And I went into like, I'm going to need some furniture because I'm currently sleeping on the sofa in the rec room, and she's not going to let me take the sofa with me, right? Okay, so I've been kicked out of my room, and my wife wants me to go live in the dorms, which I've agreed to do, right? Anybody who knows us knows we're in this for the long haul. 30 some years into this, we ain't splitting up now over some silly dream. I've given up on my dreams already. Most people who know me know that. Okay, and then to top it off, I always end my April Fool's jokes with a final sentence that I go, anybody who's still believing this up to now, this will surely be the thing that gets them to not believe it. And it was, send good thoughts my way, because that I get accepted to this MFA program because I've already given notice at work. That to me was the best punchline of any joke ever. I did get offers of furniture. People had furniture that they were willing to send to me, and I was like, suddenly I'm feeling bad. I'm like, oh no, they thought I was serious. I hope they
They're
didn't make
actually
any major
concerned
life
about me.
decisions.
If that little intro is indicative of anything that's going to happen today, today's kind of a mixed bag, where we're going to talk about, maybe have some afterthoughts about our vlog that people seem to like so much, touch on what we're going to be doing for APE-ril, and I started reading a book, so I figured I'd chat about it for a minute. So that, since it's Steve's birthday, he's got a birthday present waiting for him he can open. So
it's my birthday. It's my birthday. Go me. Go me. I always hated to tell people it's my birthday, because then I always feel like they feel obligated to say happy birthday. And I'm like, I really don't care whether you say happy birthday or not. It's fine. But then I realized it's not for me. It's for them. People like saying happy birthday. So who am I to deprive people of wishing me a happy birthday? Right?
It's like saying sorry for your loss at a funeral, you know?
Exactly. You just go, thank you, and you move on. You don't go, sorry for my loss. What do you know about my loss? You don't do that. You don't do that, Steve. Well, I won't do it again, but.
Well, next time you say it's your birthday, I'm just gonna go, sorry for your loss. Next year you'll get my my message in the morning. Sorry for your loss.
Let me try not to spill the 17.
It would be hilarious if it actually wasn't the thing I sent you.
Yeah.
It was something like it was your lingerie or something.
It's my new lingerie.
Yes.
All right, get over here. Get over here, lingerie. Okay, now I'm gonna open. The last time I tried to do ASMR, I was recording off the wrong microphone. So let me check. Let me just make sure we got the right microphone going here. It would appear so. Okay. We're going to open this present now that my friend sent me. Thank you, by the way. I'm always sure to thank people before I open it in case I hate it and forget to thank you. Ooh, it's shrink wrapped. Maybe it's a salami.
Well, now I feel bad.
Next year.
Since you want a salami so bad, next
There's
year
always,
I'll bring you a salami.
There's always Christmas.
You'll get a DoorDash, you know.
Okay. There's got to be a. Oh, look. Three hours.
Careful. Don't go over.
It sucked in air. Dude.
Oh man, I'm so glad it looks like that.
Quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. Quack, quack. Quack, quack, quack. This is awesome, man. Thank you.
So anybody that doesn't know, maybe I'll link it down below for our the Dye of Gold episode.
Look, you have a new brother or sister. Brother. That's awesome, dude. This is perfect, actually. My own plushie
Easy.
duck. All right. We're going to have to come up with a name for you. And you're replacing fake Roger. You're replacing Roger K. Vaughn. All right. Oh. There we go. Thanks, man.
Let us know down below what you think Steve should name his duck.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw in Chet.
Chet. Chet.
Oh, well,
That's
happy
great.
birthday.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm taking the rest of the day off after this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We'll see what kind of shenanigans I can get into. I am working on, speaking of odds and ends, there's a Weird Frequency 2, and it's an open invitation, I believe. Well, yeah, you put it out on a public
YouTubers,
video, right?
Yeah, open to booktubers.
Open to booktubers. So that MFA thing, you know, everything's based a little bit in truth. I have taken writing classes, well, one writing class at that university. And so I'm going to finish this thing. In fact, I'm going to finish it today. I'm taking the rest of the day off. I'm going to finish my short story so that I can send it off as a first draft. My biggest concern, and this is for you little leaguers out there, my biggest concern is it's a first draft, and I'll be like, it's a first draft, and I'll send it over, and he'll be like, this sucks. Don't send me a second draft. But, you know,
it's your confidence level that I admire most.
Jake being Jake, he's more likely to go, hey, man, thank you for sending this. I appreciate it. And then
you never hear anything from him ever
That's
again.
all I'll ever hear. He'll even stop joining our live streams. He's like, I don't want to make it awkward.
It was so bad.
There are actually two kinds of feedback, and I learned this from the writer's workshop. There are two, in general, 2 to 3 types of feedback when you're workshopping stuff. And when JR was talking about this at the book event, JR Blaine's, author of Portraits of Decay, which has been signed by him because we did his book event. But when somebody asked him, like, what advice do you give? And then he talked for a long time because he has a lot of it. Like any writer who's taken classes definitely has advice for aspiring writers. And one of among the treasure trove of wisdom was go to a writer's group. But don't go to just any writer's group. Make sure it's a good writer's group. Because here's what you don't want. You don't want the group that's just going to be mean and be like, this is not good. I don't know what's going on here. You want, hey, this right here, it's kind of confusing. It would help me if you, and then fill in the blank, right? So one kind of feedback you get is that. Another kind is silence. The silence is the worst. And not just silence, but like, this is good. This is good. And the voice kind of goes up. This is good. That's good. Yeah, keep
the
going.
more times
Man.
they say good,
writing.
the higher it gets.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. You should keep writing. Keep writing, man. I love that you love to write. I love that you enjoy writing. I love that. I love that. And you should keep doing it. This is great. Anybody else got anything they want us to read? That's a person who doesn't think you can do it. Like you can read something, it could be god awful, but you're like, no, I know you can do this. I know that you can do it, and I'm going to help you. I'm going to tell you where this isn't working and help you get it there, right? So the best feedback from Jake, in other words, Jake, if you're listening, don't take any of my advice. Go with your heart and go with your gut. But if he does give me feedback like, hey, man, this is good first draft, but I see where you're going, but it's kind of confusing. These two things don't hook up. I don't think this character would actually do that. And while that's great feedback, because it's like he believes I can do it.
Right.
If he's like, it's good, but it's not really, it doesn't really fit in my thing. Doesn't really fit in my thing, but it's good. It's good. Good job. Yeah. Keep writing, man. I love that you. Thank you for sending it. I love that you love writing. Anyway. That's what I'm doing.
Never give up your dreams.
I already gave up my dreams. Jeez. Are you kidding?
That having been said, should we move on to April? Want to talk about April?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
APE-ril, the month in which was created by the outlaw Levi Wallace. Check out his channel. It's great.
I'll link it below.
I guarantee it's different from anything you're used to.
Yeah.
It is. I love those booktube channels that are just not like, you think you know what booktube is? Go watch Eli's channel. It's great. And
Yes.
I believe he created it. Did he created APE-ril, right? I heard about it from him.
Yes. I believe it was his idea. Yeah.
So kudos. I love it. Any book, I believe the rules are any book that has anything to do with any sort of simian, it could be an ape, a monkey, a gorilla, half ape, half gorilla, half monkey, half orangutan, 1/3 orangutan, 1/3 monkey, 1/3 rhesus monkey, and 1/3 gorilla. What is it you tell people? If you just let me keep going, I'll go on forever.
This was my letting you keep going phase.
I think any combination of any non-human primate, actually. Any non-human primate might not, because I believe there are some primates we don't think of as monkeys or apes. So, but you know what?
Ellie, you could slide Bigfoot in here. There's argument to be made for that.
King Kong.
Cavemen, there's argument for that, you know.
Yeah.
It's Levi. I don't think the rules are set in stone. You know.
That's a good point. Levi's a very open-minded guy, and you know, very progressive in non-judgmental and curious. So you read what you want to read, call it APE-ril, and Levi will probably approve it. Just don't skip that approval step is all I'm saying.
So do you have any plans? What are you reading?
Yeah, I do. In fact, I finished one already. I picked 2 really short stories by H.P. Lovecraft. One is called, I love these long names. Facts Concerning the Late Arthur Jermyn and His Family. It's really short. It took me about 15 minutes to read. Probably would take, you know, somebody like Nick or Jake like 5 minutes to read, but it's pretty awesome. And I actually did have to go back and restart it because I had read a synopsis of it without spoilers. And then I was like, wait, and I remembered that. And I was like, let me start over with that in mind. Have you read it?
No, that's one of the ones I haven't read yet.
It's great. It's great. And I was, it's no spoilers, but it follows like the family that it talks about, where it's like facts concerning the late Arthur Jermyn and his family. It's not his immediate family that we're talking about, although his immediate family's involved. It goes back multiple generations. So this Arthur dude lived in the early 1900s, 1912, 13, somewhere in there, right? Pre-World War I. When Lovecraft sets a lot of his stories, right? And the first person in the line that we're talking about lived in 1765. So his stuff takes place in 1765, and it involves Africa, the Congo. It involves trips to there. Like, just imagine in the 18th century, like going to Africa, right? That's like, we think Africa's mysterious now. Holy moly, you know? In the Congo specifically. So in the jungles of the Congo, apparently his great, I forget how many greats, grandfather, this dude in the 1700s, discovers like a lost city. So there's a lost city involved with some mysterious creatures living in it. The mysterious creatures, eventually the place gets overrun by apes. And so that's why it's an abandoned city. I said lost, but it's clearly not lost because he knows where it is, but it's abandoned because it got overrun by apes. And some very family lore about that trip. And when he returned from that trip, it's possible that the trip, he may have left Africa, but Africa did not leave him. Let's put it that way. And Arthur learns of all of this. And it reminded me a little bit, what was that story we read? I should have looked this up. What was the story we read where the dude received something? I think it was from Egypt or something. And he burned it. and like threw it out the window because
Oh, that was the man who effed around.
yes. And who was that? Who wrote that?
That's Blackwood.
Blackwood, yeah. So it's very Blackwood-esque because dude finds out something and
Mhm.
as often happens with Lovecraft, drives him absolutely mad. And there's a suspicion in the family lore that every generation got driven mad by similar, like when they found out the same thing, but somehow they never told their offspring what they found out. They just went ahead and went mad. And this guy finally we find out because somebody else comes along and looks in and sees what he found out. So and it's apes.
I think we may have just done our first APE-ril review.
Oh, oops. The next one is also by H.P. Lovecraft called The Beast in the Cave.
Oh yeah.
And that's pretty short too. I'm already about halfway through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know me, it takes me forever to read something, but I'll
Mhm.
probably have that one done today. And then the other one's a bit longer. It's more like, could be thought of as a noveletta, maybe. Y'all tell me what you think, those of you who have read it. It's called Rogues in the House by Robert E. Howard. So yeah,
Yeah.
let me know if, and that's just to start. Who knows? Maybe I'll
Yeah.
find something else I want to read. There's a book called Rendezvous with Rama, which we'll talk about. I'll do a review of that this month.
Well, just off the top, I mean, I'm gonna find some more stuff to play around with, but just off the top, I have two. The first one I don't know what order I'm gonna do them in, but I'm currently rereading The Island of Dr. Moreau
Nice.
because I read this like 32 years ago probably, and it's often overlooked, I feel, in the circles of H.G. Wells. Everybody always talks about the time machine and War of the Worlds, and because there's never been really a decent, Island of Dr. Moreau movie made, maybe that's why people don't talk about it so much. Although I do like the one from the 70s.
Let's say Marlon.
And
What about Marlon Brando? That one.
The less said about that movie, the better. There was a movie called The Island of Lost Souls, which was an adaptation of this that was really good. But I remember really liking this book, and it's very small. Liking this book, so I'm gonna finish rereading it and then talk about it later on in the month of April.
Nice.
The other thing I'm gonna talk about now. Ignore the awful AI generated cover. I made this before I knew what AI even was because I found the image online actually, so it's not my fault. I didn't know what AI was. And I plan on doing my own illustrated version of this book down the line. But I'm also going to talk about one of my favorites, the Six-Gun Gorilla. This story is insane. The Six-Gun Gorilla is probably the most on the nose title of a book ever. This was a serialized adventure story that was in this British magazine. I think it was a weekly magazine, but it might have been like a bi-weekly or a monthly. But anyway, no one will claim who wrote it. It's written by anonymous, so when they're not busy hacking government computers, they're writing stories called The Six-Gun Gorilla. But this story's nuts, and it was everything I hoped it would be. But I want to do my own illustrated version like I did Mountains of Madness. Link down below. With my own cover as well.
Question. There's a comic called Six-Gun Gorilla. Any relationship? Yeah. It's like a 2014 run. It's been assembled into trade paperbacks, I believe.
Public domain. So it's an interpretation of this story.
Is it? Okay, that was my question. Yeah. Is it a just a coincidence that it's called the same thing? But no, have you read the comic?
No, I have. I've read parts of it. I haven't read the whole thing. Okay. I'm not going to talk about it because I don't remember it well enough to say whether it was good or bad.
It's never stopped me.
Yeah, I know it doesn't follow, according to what I've seen, it doesn't follow the story as
Okay.
closely as like I would have liked. But yeah, those are my two big ones. I got
Right.
some other stuff that I'm gonna dig up if I can find it and talk about it. But those are my two big ones.
Nice. Thank you, Levi. Thank you so much. Now, it was kind of a big deal what we had recently happen.
Yeah.
What had happened was we met up. We were in the same
Yeah.
place at the same time in the same universe. You know, how often does that happen?
Yeah. And I'm just flabbergasted. My flabbers have been gasted, or my guests have been flabbered
You want your
at the response to that. I didn't think we were gonna get the response to that we did.
Really? I knew.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have
knew
given
we were
it
gonna
a
get that
snarky
kind-
title.
I knew we were going to get that kind of response. I was like, people are going to love this. Well, you know, there's this thing we do without trying. And that's what makes us, it's the chemistry. It's we've known each other for 45 years ish.
Oh, all right. Give or take.
And it is the lore comes standard, right? Everything else you pay extra, but the lore comes
right.
standard. And it is all these little things that we just throw out there, right? That to you and me, it's just like we just throw it out there because it's a common frame of reference, whether it's Springfield Township, me being Cinderella. By the way, I have more details on that. Me being Cinderella when I was 4 for Halloween. I talked to my mom about it and I got a little more detail. Or the school, the bullies, the theater, you know, all that stuff to you and me is just a common frame of reference, right? To everybody else, it's like, oh my God, these guys have all these things that they talk about. Now it's real. Like you get to see it in the video. And I was like, this is going to come off, I think, pretty well. We'll have to do that again sometime.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I highly recommend y'all go dox yourself. What could go wrong? My mom reminded me the next day. It was my brother. I saw my brother stop by for a few minutes. He's like, did you talk about the house where you would get shot if you ran through their yard? I'd forgotten about that. Like that the people that lived in that house that you ran behind threatened to shoot you at one point.
Yeah. Which is hilarious because like my mom and the mother of the house there were like best friends.
Yeah.
But the dad was just kind of wild.
Literally, like he had the long hair. He always wore cut off jeans and no shirt, even in the middle of winter, and was always doing something in the yard.
Mm-hmm.
So, like whether he was mowing, digging, he bought like a big crane, like a used crane, so he could dig a lake in his backyard. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
He used to love to go fishing, and then he would come clean the fish, bury the entrails and the head in his garden as fertilizer. And then my dog would go into his garden, dig it up, bring it back into our yard. My dad would get super annoyed and yell at the neighbor for burying fish heads in his own garden. He's like, my dad would be like, these fish heads, I keep getting these fish heads in my yard. The neighbor would be like, what's your dog digging them up? He's like, well, if you didn't bury them in your garden, he wouldn't be able to dig them up. He's like, if you kept your dog in your yard, you know, I see the other guy's point more than I see my dad's point.
Pretty much, yes.
It's like the Cinderella, at 4 years old was Cinderella. This is one of those cases. I have to respect Andrea's request. I will give you guys the facts of the story now because my mom reminded me. But I got to tell you, I like my version better. Although I don't know, I'll let you guys be the judge. Maybe you'll like this better. My mom said that my thought was I didn't want anybody to be able to guess who I was because apparently it was a thing when we were kids. For Halloween, you wanted a costume that was so good that nobody could figure out who you were. And my hypothesis was, not only will I have a mask covering my face, but I'll be wearing a dress and carrying, a fairy wand or whatever Cinderella carried. She didn't carry that. Whatever Cinderella had, so I'll have, There's no way they'll be able to figure out who I was with a Cinderella mask and a dress, right? So
Yeah. Except your brother gave you away, man.
yeah, that's a good point.
And either
Yeah.
one sounds totally logical.
Well, maybe my mom's kind of like, well, I like that story better because it makes me seem like a better parent. I'm like, honestly, letting your kid do whatever the hell they want and not worrying about gender norms and all that stuff makes you an awesome parent.
Yeah. I suppose we can close this one out with we'll rein it back to BookTube a little bit.
I have an offer for the BookTube for Pulp Island and anyone else watching. Anybody who will commit to reviewing JR's book on their channel, I'll send you a copy.
There you go.
So that's all I ask. In return for me sending you a copy, cover it. If you comment below or send me an email, send me a message, I'll have a copy sent to you. You can review it, and I'm certain JR would be willing to come on your show if you wanted him on. I just want people to read it.
He's a great guest. Yeah.
I really just want people to read this thing. It's not like as I think I've pointed out, I've known JR's family forever.
Mhm.
Like I went to school with his brother. I knew two of JR's brothers. I never knew JR until he wrote this book and we had him on the show. That was me meeting him. So I have no skin in the game of like, oh, I want my friend's book to do well. I do want it to do well, but more importantly, you guys, I think you could tell we like this, and I think you will too. So I just want people to read it.
Yeah. Well, don't forget you almost ran him over in the parking lot. But yeah, read Portraits of Decay. It's a really, really good book.
This is a check-in salad update, right?
Yeah. Check-in salad update as opposed to a chicken salad sandwich. Well, you may recall I picked up the Island from Goodwill the other day, and I'm currently about halfway through it. And dude, this book is so damn good. I was expecting it to be okay. I'm curious how it ends because I know like the ending of Jaws, which Benchley wrote, the ending of the movie Jaws is vastly different than the book, but the movie's much more climactic. So I'm curious how it's going to end. But so far, halfway through it, it's crazy good. It's like, there are so many interesting characters in this thing. And the pirates, when they pop up, he peppers the pirates through the prose.
Nice. I love a good alliterative statement.
It's scary as hell. And you remember, like, you'd be going along reading this chapter about the main character talking with this guy on the island, and then it's great. And then the pirates show up and just like slaughter these people. It's like, oh yeah, don't forget, it's not just a fun adventure catalog or adventure. What do you call it? Journal.
Book.
It's a horror story.
You know who likes pirates?
Yeah. So, my modern day pirates in 1979. All right, well, that's going to wrap up this episode. I almost said the wonderful world of Wonder Woman. I'm Paul.
I'm Steve.
And the next time you're looking for something to read,
check your shelf. Have you recovered from our adventures?
Yeah, it took Sunday.
Yeah, I somehow knew when to stop. Like I was sitting there and I was like, I was like, how satisfying it is to take that last, like to toss back that last bit of whiskey in a cup, in a glass,
Yeah.
I did that and it was way more than I thought it was. It was like a whole mouthful. And I was like,
yeah.
I was like, oh, and I spit it back in the glass. And I ended up pouring that out because I was like, if I swallow this night will turn into tomorrow.
Yeah. No win to say win, man.